happened. I feel horrible that the mother and that their family has been affected so horribly by this and by my actions. I was not thinking rationally at the time that I showed up to the mother's house. I was extremely suicidal. I never had intentions to harm anybody but myself, and I'm just thankful that she took the right steps to call the police, and she saved my life that day. And also, I just feel horrible for the mistakes that I made in the social worker-client relationship. I cared for him, I wanted to support him, but my lack of boundaries caused severe mistakes to be made. I'm praying for the family. I've been praying for the family since I've been in jail, and I just hope that they can heal from this. I hope that they can find peace and gain trust with other social workers in the future. And I'm hoping that this doesn't affect how he views women in relationships in the future, and that he can get the help that he needs and have a healthy relationship with his mother. I know that I messed up my bond and I lost trust with the courts, but I'm in a much better headspace now, and I'm going to continue to be. But I'm very sorry to everyone involved, and I wish that I could change the past, but all I can do moving forward is work on myself and heal. So I just hope that the family can also do that and find peace.
All right, thank you. All right, the court has had the benefit of the pre-sentence investigation and will make a few comments. I'm to consider the seriousness of the offense, which is a serious offense. You violated the position of trust that you had. This young man was a child. He was a child. He was 13, 14 years old. That's a child. You're 23, 24 years old when all this was going on. You know, he was trying to get the help that he needed. In some ways, I'm a little I think you're genuine today. I do, and I do hope that you rebound from this eventually. This doesn't have to define you, but it will affect you for the rest of your life, as it should. But I was disappointed in the pre-sentence investigation and that you seem to blame him a little bit for, like, then, you know, trying to trick you and coerce you into having additional sex, blackmailing you, and, you know, you started, the whole incident started, you're the adult, you need to have the boundaries, you're trained professionally to deal with situations like this. But I will note that your score that we sometimes rely on, the Ohio Risk Assessment Score, is very low, meaning you're unlikely to offend again. You are going to have to register as a sex offender under Tier 2, which requires you to register, and you're going to have to sign this document. You have to register for a period of 25 years in person every 180 days. So whatever county you're living in is going to require you to go and register. If you leave the county for any period of time, for a week or 2 weeks, or move to another county, you have to register in that county, and you have to do so for 25 years, and you'll be kept in a database. It's going to affect the rest of your life. You have no record whatsoever. Court takes that into consideration. You also have accepted responsibility and pled guilty by not requiring the young man to come to court and come to trial. Prosecutor has deferred, meaning they're going to leave the sentence up to me. So the sentence is going to be as follows. On counts 1, 2, 3, and 4, unlawful sexual conduct with a minor, 2 years each, concurrent to each other. On counts 5 and 6, intimidation of a witness, 9 months consecutive to counts 1 and 4, and consecutive to the inducing panic count, which is, trying to figure out which count that is. At any rate, the inducing panic count, you get 1 year plus 1 year for the firearm specification. That'll be consecutive to the other counts, and consecutive to each other. So the bottom line is you're getting a 4-year and 9-month sentence. Your sentence is 4 years and 9 months to be served at the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Corrections, most likely Marysville. Court will waive fine and costs. I'll give you 253 days credit. I'm going to order the weapon destroyed. You are going to have to sign the document, and you understand when you get out of prison, if you get out early, you'll be under the supervision of the court. If you don't get out early, you will be supervised by the Adult Parole Authority for a period of 5 years. It's mandatory, and if you violate the terms of that release, you could go back to prison for 1/2 of the entire sentence, except for the gun specification. You're going to sign a document acknowledging that. And you're also acknowledging to me, correct, that you understand your obligations to register as a sex offender?
Yes.
All right. Now, for everybody else that's here, who knows if I'll let her out early? It's certainly possible. I like to utilize what we call judicial release because we do have a very good sex offender treatment program in our Franklin County probation department. The programming in prison is not as good as it should be, in my opinion, plus there's waiting lists. I'm not saying you'll get out early, but you have the opportunity to get out early. If you have a good prison record, if you have a bad prison record, you're not going to get out early. I'm only going to be here for the next 4.5 years. I'm age limited out, so your sentence is, 4 years and 9 months. So there could be some other judge at some point that looks at this. But I do like to utilize judicial release in appropriate circumstances and would consider that, again, if you have a good prison record. I believe I've covered everything. Is there any additions, corrections, or modifications on behalf of the state of Ohio?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything from the defense?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Good luck to you. Have her sign the Tier 2 form and the sex offender registration, please.